Alright, welcome back everyone. Here we are through step 47. Got a good bit of our structure in place. Just got this wall and basically the enclosure to go. Looks really good, I think. I really dig this little feature over here where you can see into the office and the bar here. I think it's like a nice little detail. If you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You can see all my successes and all my failures. Now I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. Upload daily and just trying to have a good time. We're not solving any world problems. We're just having fun building silly little models. Usually I'm just building, but today I'm actually modifying. I've got it in my head that I want to get rid of the touch sensor that's normally on these things and put in just a regular push button control. And I found out last night that it's not as simple as I was hoping it was going to be, but I don't think it's going to be that bad. So first thing I'm going to do is pop these wires off. And I wasn't thinking about it having a second PCB in here. I just thought it was all contained here. So that's where I misguessed. But I'm looking at this and all these come down into these two. So I'm thinking, get all these things unhooked for me. I'm going to, right now I've got plenty of these modules where I built other kits like this before. I'm thinking I'm going to try and pull that PCB out and just wire it directly with this in circuit and see how that goes. But I'm gonna do that. I will have to get some more wire, which I've got downstairs. But the first thing to do is just to see if that will even work in theory. So just gonna, like I was saying last night, I learned a long time ago, always give yourself some slack in case you got to put things back together. Always leave extra wire hanging off the end. And then, I don't know if one battery will be enough to get these guys, but let's see if we can just simply wire them. I don't know which side's which, but it may take two batteries to light them up. And I'll have to just hold them. Let's see here. Okay, so that does work. So in theory, I get the PCB out of the way, I can put my switch in with some wire. Oh, let's just, out of curiosity, see. Like I say, I'm going to sacrifice this container anyway. Let's see if I can get that out without, is it glued in? I don't know if it's glued or pressed in. Okay, it's pressed in. Okay, so somewhere in all of that is why I couldn't just put my switch in place. And I got upstairs. Okay, so the batteries actually make the whole. Okay, so I just need to connect this in here to this in here. So when you make a full circuit, I don't have any. I don't have a desolderer, so I can't get these plates off. But are they? But I might. Only I should have. Okay, I'm gonna try. Like I said, I've already decided it's gonna be a sacrificial. So pop you out of there. Just a proof of concept and nothing else. Okay, in there. Put the sharp edge down, maybe. No, actually it's not centered, so I better put it up because that's how it was. Okay. Now definitely not going to be leaving the batteries in this thing. Let's see, that should be... yeah, it should be negative to this one. Okay, I got a little spark there. Okay. Okay, well, I don't know if y'all could see that or not, but that works. Okay. So, that's a good thing. Now, like I said, I'm not... It looks like a fair amount of pressure right there, so I'm wondering... Got a really bad idea right now. Let's see if I can make it work. Let's see here. Actually, okay, back out again. Now, honestly, on a negative one, I could probably solder it to the wire there. Look at that. I'm going to need, let's say I'm going to have to run, I'm also going to have to do another break somewhere in here to run my wire off of these two. Okay. Let's see here, trying to, if I can get it plugged in there, this will be a good start. So, I'm thinking, so I'm going to peel a little bit more here. And pop in my hot glue gun. Like I said, really bad idea, but I think it's gonna be, it should work. In theory, it's gonna be making strong contact. Okay, batteries over there. Get me the flat side, the non-shiny side out for y'all. So this one is red and this one is black. And I said red was that one. We can actually get these will get a little more to grab onto. You know, they got slots down the middle, so they're stabilized. Sort of see that. So they do have slots down the middle for stuff like that, amazingly. Now this is my red. My plan is put my wire in place here, the glue, and then punch it into its slot. Okay, so ready yet? Yep, it's ready. Okay, I don't have enough room to do. And dry top of it before I'm ready. Yep, it did. Okay. Okay, so I'm not going to use the clamp. Pop that out and try again. And keep in mind which way is up. That's you. I'm doing myself. Burn myself on the glue, but not on the tip. Okay, I don't know if I probably need to put the glue on, put the wire on top of the glue. So, definitely a first for me. So let's see, you're gonna be, that's the top, so I'm like so. Okay, I think I can maybe not hurt myself here. Okay, I feel pretty good about that one. Got good contact all around. Let's see if I can get it in there without taking the glue off. It's still soft enough to bend around it. Okay. This one, yeah, I'm going to try that again. I'm not. If I think about that, I don't think. Yeah, it looks like it didn't get underneath. Looks like the glue didn't get past the glue. Okay, so top there. And now, let's see what happens with the batteries. Okay. That worked. Okay. Like I said, I am not going to be leaving batteries in this thing, even though they're not that hot. Okay, so that's ready. So now I just need to run one more circuit from this to wherever that ends up at, which I'll do that later. We got this proof of concept is done, so we're ready to move on. Let's build some, and then we'll come back and finish up our button. I hope. Right back with some building. Okay. Back in business now. Got evidently another victim. Let's see, goes on. She goes in the back one here. These guys go on. Okay. Here and here. I hope that's not showing because I didn't think to paint it. Yeah, this is going to be showing. Yeah. Now let me hit. I actually pulled this piece last night, so it was off in another pile. I didn't. It's a little gray here. I'm not sure what these little brackets are for, but I'll hit them. I think there's a door here. So this may not show when it's all said and done, but better safe than sorry. And that's the back side, so it definitely won't show. Okay. Okay, so like I say, it was a bad night in the city. And now I'm doing this little, I think this is a vent. So, red one is the back one, it says. And then this goes up here. And this across the top. There it goes. Okay. Together. Alright, actually I think that's going to end up being some sort of vent situation. Alright. Now, get in some real details. Let's see. So, on here, this guy through here and here, straight through to that. Oh, okay, this is going to be snug, so this is actually going to... Yeah. There's that sound you want. It's gonna, you know, it's going to hold everything together. This side I'm not so sure about, so I'm going to just put a couple of drops of glue in on underneath here, just to make sure it's stable. Now, I guess I need to keep my glue handy because we're going to do some decorating. Okay. Our Route 68 sign here. I'm not sure where that's at. I don't. And our exhaust fan goes over a hole here, so just a couple of runs on that outer edge. Alright. And this guy, well, here, so there's doing that thing where they sort of create a sense of depth by sticking pieces on the front. Exit. There's that nice tight sound again. I got those in. All right. Okay, moving right along. And of course, now it's saying we're supposed to put that vertical in. Oh, I guess I can do it horizontally. Look in here. I just gotta. This gotta ooze. Yeah, this goes like this on here. I was thinking that was going to be those that slid right in nice and steady, easy. May need to wait a minute. Okay, wiggle on maybe. This set is just all over the place as far as tight, loose, tight, loose, tight, loose. That's right. Okay, there. Okay, well, we got that side on. Okay, there it goes. Took a little encouragement. But there's that. Now, we got another woman to put in place. Is she in here? Okay, yeah. Yeah, I guess all these do go in here. Okay. Didn't realize there's this many pieces on this one. Okay, so you're gonna go in. Okay, so this is our wall over here. And down at the bottom. And this is our roof. Then here and there. Okay. It came out over there on my finger, but that's okay. Let's see here. Let's right here. maybe one of our suspects, or maybe she's protecting somebody. Oh, this is gonna be. She hasn't got much ankles. Dangerous here. Dangerous to. Let's see. Okay, I'm worried about breaking her foot off. So let me get my file out. Where'd it go? Ah, there it is. I'll just knock this peg down a little bit. I'm going to glue her in place. It felt like it was taking enough pressure, would have broken her foot off if I kept going. Let's see, is that going to be enough to slot in? Nope. Ooh, hang on. Get my needle. Whoop, that's not my needle nose. That's not the needle nose I want. And there's the needle nose I'm looking for. Might get over there and okay. Yeah, and I did squish her foot a little bit, but it went in. She's steadying her shot on the edge of the building. Now, our doors here go in front of our other victim. And these brackets hold them in the back. Okay. So there. This will have to be propped open a little bit so we can see our next victim. So, yeah. Like so. Alright. Cool. I think that's that part complete. Oh, wait a second. No, there's. Ooh, I forgot. Our little vent guy goes right there. Still got. Make sure I didn't forget something. I'm notorious. I got a piece I forgot last night. I got to stick on here, but I think yeah, we still got one hole left here, and that goes pretty much all the way through. Looks like that lined up through there, so that's gonna be. Oh, I'm supposed to put one of those little bitty pegs in. I see it now. I did miss a piece. Yeah. Where'd you go? There you go. Okay. One of these teeny tiny guys. Misplaced my tweezers too, so I'll just got my needle nose out. So okay, can I get it in there? Yeah. To get it started, it should just be able to pop it in. Yeah. Pressure on it. There we go. Now we're done. That piece, yep. Alright, so we're ready to work on the ceiling. And this is, it says to put the wiring in first, then put this in, but I'm gonna flip-flop that. I'm gonna take protective coating off the outside and glue it down, then I'll peel the protective coating after I've installed all the wiring, because that's going to be a fun process. It's supposed to go like so. I think the switch is going to go over on this side, so I'm going to really try and favor just get as much room up here as I can, still, because my switch is going to take more room up than their switch did whenever I get it fully installed, which I guess I'm going to start doing right now. Okay, but first things first, let's get this in, let's get the shiny side out. Okay, that should be an ample amount. And that's okay, so that side. And now I'm going, and these are our wire guides. I'm going to go ahead and put them in first too, so I know exactly where I want the I'm going to have runners. Let's see, the notch goes, this notch goes to the back, so here and here, okay. And this is our front, so it goes, no, what is it? Oh, okay, it goes behind our, okay, this goes back here. Okay, that's to conceal the lights in the back. Okay, so I've got that going. Okay, and then our lone lamp goes here in the front. Okay, so we're going to have a light here and here, it looks like. These are the long, okay, now, okay, let's see here, I'll get my switch here, that's a bigger, now I'm worried about it, it's pretty good circumference, I'm worried about having a little bit of blowout, so I'm going to step it out gradually. Looks like, okay, that's going to be, it's there. Look at the hang on. So this may just work out perfectly. We got, this is our front plate, and we got this thing. So it's on. So I think I'm gonna put the, move you back. I think since I got this thing to help conceal it, I think I'm gonna end up putting the power switch here. Have I got, no, wait a second. Yeah, I should have. Let's see here, I got, yeah, that should be like in this area, so I should have clearance. Yeah, so we should be, yeah, I got clearance for all, for that there. Like I say, this is, and no, wait a second, I got it backwards. It is going to be the same place. So yeah, so that's moot point. I'm going to leave you out here because I need access to those light bulbs. Okay, so it does go over here. Okay. No, okay. I'm only flipped it once. I need to flip it twice. So yeah, it does go. Okay, so the original one is over that one, but there's plenty more room on the other side. So there's actually plenty of room on this side for my switch to go, as far as down. Okay. Okay. So now first thing to do, figure out where I'm going to put it. This is our, and that's going to be in there. I got clearance on my, plenty of clearance there. You can't tell us, I mean, I say plenty, you know, a 1/16 of an inch. So, okay. So if I just center it, got some glue on there. Sort of eyeball the center here, I think. There. Work on it. And get my Dremel dealio out. Still got a drill bit in it, thank goodness. How to do that. Let's see here. Yeah, now do I have juice? Let's think. I do. That's a pilot hole started. And now I'm going to go get my real drill, and I'm going to say I'm going to at least 3 or 4 holes before like I say, I'm going to gradually work my way out. And I'm going to get the real drill, my drill bits, and like I say, I'll cut the sound because it'll be horrendous. But like I say, I always say I'm going to try and put music under it, but I'll forget. But I will be right back, and like I say, the next thing will be me drilling a hole. So I'll be right back with that. Okay, as you can see, did have a good blowout there. I was hoping to avoid that, but I also knew that was going to happen. And I have swapped to the other switch. I didn't realize how much bigger those new ones were than these old metal ones that I had already picked up. But that should, in theory, wiggle into place. Thread into place anyway. Okay, there he goes. And I think once I tighten up this one on the bottom, I'll be able to draw that down and pretty well conceal that blowout. With some luck. Let's see, I should have taped it. I didn't think about that till it was too late. It's going down pretty good there. Let's see, and don't have any real pliers laying around, amazingly. But I think that's a little bit of bit of stain worked into that. Yeah, it's not gonna flow. It's showing a little bit, but I think it's, I'm gonna hope it's worth the trade-off. Of course, I do get the dust in there. Should have done that. Hindsight, should have not had the plastic in place there. But that's, for next time I'll know it. Do a little there. And probably need sharper drill bits, to be honest. They've been, those are not ones I use very often, so they're probably pretty neglected. Okay. Shoot out of the way. Alright, and ready to figure out how I'm going to do this wiring. First, let's mount up our lights. Okay. And I've totally lost track how long this video is. I hope it's not gone crazy long. But let's see. This stuff is going to go on top here. So I have to get, may have to get a little creative with the, oh, I forgot. More stuff I forgot. I forgot my brackets for my lights. Okay, so need one of these. Just happen to be on top. And 2 G25s. There you are. And D25. Okay, that's our. I recognize these guys. Okay. Now we've got 2 lights left. Our longest ones here. Longest and the second from longest. Okay. I'm assuming longest goes up here, second longest there. So we're going back this way. Okay, so this actually does. Let's need that out of the way so I can get the bracket in. Okay. And our 90-degree bend one more time. You here. Here. Okay. Pop that out too so I can get a little more maneuvering room. Okay. And you. Well, I guess today's a holiday in the States, so maybe it won't be too bad. Hopefully somebody will be able to watch this. You're not going to agree to turn. Okay. Alright. Now, here. Let's see. You, what are you used for? Where are you at? Okay, so this is to hold the touch sensor in place, so we don't actually need that one. So I'm going to grab a little bit of hot glue up here. So hopefully hold this wire. I think I took too long. I got it. Put a little more on top. This guy's coming down, straight down that way. Likewise, this one's coming over through a bracket. One bracket there. Yeah. Okay, so let's get a little bit of hot glue action going right there. Down into it. Way around. Okay. And now, got a wire that's probably way too heavy a gauge. We're up here. Actually, in for a penny, in for a pound. I'll just recycle the wire from the switch. If I can find where I tossed it. Here's. Actually, it may not reach that far because it's got to go. Because it's just going from here. So let's see. Where did I put it? Okay. Just found some more if I need it. Just move that stuff out of the way a second ago. Already lost it. I'd save so much more time if I was organized better. We're right there. Over here. Okay, let me take a break and go find that wire, and I'll be right back. Okay, found it. And also, thankfully, I had the realization that I don't have to run these wires all the way back. I just got one interruption in the circuit, so I can run the wires from here to here. I don't have to do the whole thing like it was made to. So I can just let's say clip, since the red wire's on top here, I'm going to clip the red wire and interrupt the circuit there. First thing, I'm going to pop these on here to give me a little lift and get out I brought my fancy schmancy wire strippers in here, and I lost them now. Let's see, are they over there? There they are. Okay, so first thing, I don't know if this is worth all the trouble or not, but it'll be, like I say, it's a fun little experiment. Okay, got a break in the wire. Now, got my little, oh, may not be long enough to, okay, it's not going to be long enough to reach. But, in theory, all I got to do is run from that lead to one end and that lead to the other end, and that'll interrupt our circuit, and that should be good enough for a switch. Okay, so move that out. Let me glue it down. I have to undo all that and glue it down. I think I'd rather do it in place so I know where it's at. I can get a hold of it. There you go, maybe. Just use it with this. Nope. Not enough slack on it. That's not enough. Okay, there we go. Now, basically, not really a jumper per se, but essentially just a jumper wire from each. Yeah, so I'm gonna put bend you that way. Let you run. Actually, I guess I got that thing going here, so they both got to go around back. Okay. But just need that much will be overkill, so let's do overkill. Do it twice. And I thought, I was worried this video had gone a whole lot longer than it actually has, so it's going to be a little longer than what I've been aiming for, but I think it'll be within reason. Okay, drop you in there. Just our stopper and gets us started and twist and pop off. Yeah. When these work, they're awesome. Twist and pop off. And these thin wires, it's supposed to work on all the wires, but these thin wires is a little bit pushing it. Insulation off. Alright. I've been letting my soldering iron warm up over there while I've been doing this. So, get to play around with that some more. Where does the end go? Is that the, yeah, that's the end. Okay. Okay. And move the plastic away from that. Start over here, I think. And do a little loop. Alright. Oh, I guess I could bring in. Then get the solder ready. Okay. Well ventilated area, and that secured. Nice. Hope this one goes as well. Overkill, but I like to do at least one wrap on that. Alright. Get in there. And alright. I guess I need to go around that way because I got this is going to be up front. I'll probably, when it's all said and done, I'll glue it down so it's behind that. Hopefully. I guess go. And I think, yeah, I think I'm going to have to undo this one to pop you out of the glue, get some slack on it. I may not have left enough room on there, but I'll get my. There they go. Sleeves in there. These are going to be pretty close to each other. So insulator on there. The torch out. Alright, shrink wrap that. Okay. Now, this will be the tricky one. Make it as easy as I can on myself. Pop this thing out of there. Okay. Too long. Let's even them up a little bit. Twisted there. Okay. There. Nope. Okay. Together now and shake it. I think I'm yes, not going on the wires, going on the there it goes. I was soldering onto my soldering iron. I think that's okay. And shrink wrap over top of you. Fit. Yeah, there it goes. All the way in. Now, let's pop some batteries in and see if we get lights. Well, I got lights over there. Okay, so okay, I only interrupted this circuit. Okay, yeah, that's right, because they were ganged together. Yeah, I do have to go down all the way to the other end, but works in theory. So I'm probably now I know. Yeah, I didn't even think about that. These all have individual wires up here. This you do have to interrupt them back here at the battery. Okay, because this one, these are on permanently right now. Okay. I'm not going to redo it, but I've learned it for next time. And this is still the way I want it. I want to do with the push button. I think I like it better than I do the touch sensor. Okay. It's disappointing, but it happened. Okay, so let's see here. Soldering iron, get the glue gun going again. Mount this guy back in. So, over there. And that's one thing I was thinking. I remember learning about parallel and serial circuits, so I should have known that. Okay. So, you maybe I think I'm gonna end up with them about like that. So I need lots of glue. Okay. My brother just got back from Poland, so and he's letting us know. Okay, so start off over here. Oh, I knocked over my soldering iron. Let's put you on the ceramic over there. Okay. Hadn't been warmed up long enough. Could be about ready. Apparently it doesn't take that long to warm up. That's gotta be. Okay, I'm gonna give it a break to let it warm up. Okay, should be good to go now. I'll probably cut out a second ago when I couldn't. The glue gun was. I was ready and the glue gun wasn't. Okay, now roll these guys up. Nice little loop here. Maybe I won't squirt it on my finger. Maybe. Okay. Now, I think that's actually. Nope. A little bit there. I'm making a mess. But that's how we learn. That's how I generally learn anyway. Sometimes it's the fun way to learn. Okay. Now, I think we should pretty much just be ready to just go pop, pop, pop and be done with the thing in a matter of just a couple of minutes now. Let's see what you got in there. Oh, cramp up my solder. Okay. Okay, now, ready to roll you over. Oh, what's that? Yeah. I think I'm going to have to do some more gluing now. Get these, make sure these stay down in their assigned spot here. Oh, I'm way too close, aren't I? I forgot about doing the soldering. These guys. Right. Another one on this right about there, I believe. So let me get my. Now, get all four of these guys together. And just one towards the end here. pretty healthy blob for that much of it. All the wires covered. Okay. All right. Now. Oh. Actually, they thought of that. Gotta. This guy. And up over the top. These brackets. Not there to hold it vertical, but it's resting on top of something in there. And got this guy and this guy. Gather up all those wires. Yeah. These are real tight through here. Wires into the back. Back of this one. And this. Plugs in up here at the side. In theory, I'll get it. Okay, there it goes. All right. So that's pretty tight wire there. Okay, everything else should be. Yeah, everything concealed from the front that way. Now, let's see. And we're on to the last page. I did forget a policeman yesterday. He's supposed to be standing here in front of our fence post. He's up there. Now, where's that one going? Got. I forgot to put our lamp back up here. Hang on. Okay. And for some reason, they've got us putting this stuff on the back cover, then putting a sticker on this side. Put the sticker on this side first so it's nice and flat. Seems easy enough. I lost my stickers. Oh, I keep losing everything. Oh, found it. Because this is a big sticker. Right. Alright. This is our top up here, so this is what I'm going to make sure I get. Talking about being flat and I had something underneath it there. Okay. Let's go. Where's. Okay, it goes flush with the notch here. Flush with. Okay. Flush with those notches, that notch. That should get us. Right. Now, get our Rose Detective Agency battery cover knob. That's what I'm assuming they're doing with. As I hadn't even popped that off yet to them. Okay. Alright, and then got this guy. We gotta, these guys go. Okay, so this goes here and there, and this goes on top of that, so it's in that one. Little guy. Good. We can do it this way. Yeah. Okay, that worked out good. Okay, so we got this little building here, and let's see what. Okay, so now back cover goes on first. It says so, battery pack down into its little nook down here. We got notch, 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 notch. All the notches everywhere. First, third, bottom maybe. Okay. Not very dramatic, so I like those. Everybody all the way in. Alright. Two sides on. I guess we need to go ahead and break our battery box open. Okay. Now, get our building goes into these slots. Evidently I put the broken glass bottle too, well, you can see there's a roof on there. This is over too far, so let's reattach that over there. Yeah, there we go. I think everything else is going. Okay, there we go. Okay. Barely see our policeman back here, I forgot. Ooh. Okay. Broken glass. Yeah. Next to the cap there. Alright. Now, our other side in place. We're going to start top. And then hopefully hit the bottom here. Right, now, so you guys in. Alright. Now, complete except for our front cover, which I'm hoping against hope will conceal the bottom of that switch. And it actually is going to. Fairly well. Okay. Now, let's pop that battery back in. Hope it stays. I'll say it's. Okay, so. Not much light until I turn on the... Yeah. Okay. Oops. Oh, that's right, the lights are on the inside of the buildings. I forgot about that. Let me open that door a little bit. Okay, so light comes out from... Okay, yeah, that's cool. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Too many light sources going on here. That's not the way I want to go. Okay, like I said, that's... Okay. The switch works, but not how I intended it to work. Okay, cool. And last but not least, got our dust cover, so let's do one more peel. I didn't go... I know I went over an hour, but I'm not too far over an hour. I don't think. Okay, move in there. And now, go back down again. So you got our... That's... So I'm really digging this one. This is, you know, got our, of course, our silhouette down here for our guy. Bit up underneath, and I am a little disappointed that there's not more light coming up from the vents there. I do. Uh-oh. There it went. You see my... Uh-oh, something. My switch must be loose. For a first run, that's an okay. I wish I'd remembered, you know, like I say, serial and parallel wiring. I should have known that. That's, you know, they taught us that in elementary school, I think. Middle school, maybe. But this is... I'm pleased with this one. You know, like, Cutebee doesn't disappoint. They're right up there with Rocker and Roll Life and all the others. As far as I'm concerned, the quality of their builds, you know, it's not as challenging or realistic as the Roll Life ones, but they're, you know, they always look really good, I think, and they are, you know, thoroughly entertaining. Let's say, and the Rose Detective Agency saga, or whatever you want to call this, it's, like I say, I'm just having fun with it. But that's going to be enough for tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all that. Be good to one another. Stay safe, and click on the link. There's my channel up there if you want to subscribe. There's my other channel over there. I do some experiments a couple of times a month on that one. This is what YouTube thinks you should be watching, and this down here is the playlist for this whole build. See you tomorrow.